Hi guys, welcome to my third vlog. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm going up the hand. I'm going up the hand. Okay, so today I really want to talk to you guys about a very interesting topic, something that we really don't really talk about. You know how us women will upload something on Facebook or we'll talk about another um, female versus just like having that conversation. So today we're going to talk about the importance of being a real mother versus being a bitter baby mama. You know, a lot of us have those bitter baby moms where they're still mad, they're still angry, they're still holding on to a lot of hurt, a lot of unforgiveness. Maybe their relationship didn't work out the way that you would have for it to work out, that you thought it was going to work out. You know, we all have those dream relationships that we just think that it's going to be perfect, and we kind of plan for the best. We don't really plan for what if, the what if situation. What if it don't work out? What if it is not the relationship that I want it to be. Maybe I should back away, or maybe he backs away, and he could even move on to somebody else, and you're not mentally prepared for that, and you're mad and you're upset and you're pregnant, or you've already had a child, and you think now we got a baby, we're going to be married forever, and it's just like it's going to be great. Yeah, it don't work like that. I'm sorry if anybody told you that. I'm sorry. I'll be the first to tell you. So sorry. It doesn't really work out. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes it just does not work. And we have, as women, we have to be okay with if it doesn't work. Let me tell you something. Being a baby mama is, for one, it's very hurtful. It's a pain. It's painful to be a baby mama, because why? Guess what? You're bitter. You're angry. You're mentally frustrated. You're emotionally frustrated. You're jealous. You got a fake smile around everybody because you don't want them to know that you're really hurting on the inside. You got a fake life for the rest of your life. You got a fake life, and then on top of that, you got to keep the baby away from the father because you don't want him to. You want him to know that you're hurting. You want him to know that you're mad, and you want him to know that I have control over this situation. I don't have control over you leaving me, or I don't have control over that, but I have control over keeping our child away from you. And sometimes that is not cool, ladies. Like, come on, we got to do better. I have done it, and it really wasn't that I wanted them. It was the fact that I had that control. And when you feel like you have that control, it seems to take you further mentally than you want it to be. Even being a bitter baby mom, it makes you feel like that you're in a happy place when you keep the child or the children away from the father. It makes you feel like you're actually winning, and that, or even make you think that he may come back to you. Those are the mindset of a baby mama. Those are some of the scenarios of what they think. Like, they really think that they're doing something, and it's not. You're really hurting yourself, and you're hurting that child in the long run. When that child gets older, they're going to ask questions, and they're not going to go to the father and ask him a whole bunch of questions. They're going to go to the mom, because if they go to the father, he's going to be like, well, you know what? It was your mom, or your mom did this, or your mom. And then just imagine your child come up to you and be like, why would you keep me away from my dad? Or why they're asking you questions that you can't answer. The only thing you can say is because I was mad because he left, or I was mad because I wanted us to be together. So, I mean, your child gonna really look at you funny, like, really, mama? So come on, there's a spirit behind it. Your child is mad. She could be out here, or could be out here very lustful, looking for all the attention in all the wrong places because they didn't get their father's love. They didn't get that father's touch that they needed, especially for girls. I think it's very important that every girl should have their father in their life, because, for one, they're the first boyfriends. Their fathers are your first boyfriend. And these little girls need to know that they are enough. They need to know that they're beautiful, that they're smart, that they're intelligent. They need to constantly hear love in their mind, constantly hear love, like their dad is constantly telling them, I love you, I love you. So they don't go out here in the world looking for it because they didn't get it at home. I even looked it up. It's like the statistics of a child with a father and a child without the father. And there's a big difference. If you don't believe me, Google it. Google tells you everything. It's a big difference when you can tell, like, wow, you can tell she had a father just by the way that she carries herself as a young adult, as a woman. You could tell the father that was actually involved in the child's life. Not saying they have to technically be there, but they can be there. And I'm not blaming all on the women You know, the men too, they have to come up and they have to step their part up. But you have to think about it. There's not a lot of men that's sitting around with a lot of money to have to go to court to try to fight for their child, to try to get custody or joint custody. I had to go through that, and it was the most painful experience ever, because it's like I felt like I wasn't keeping you away from your child, but I wasn't going to beg you either. And sometimes some guys do have that money sitting around where they're going to take you to court, and then you got to have a judge to that tell you about your child, tell you like you need this want to happen. You know, my daughter, my oldest, one of my middle daughters, she ended up was gone every other week. You know, that she would leave out of the house because me and her father couldn't come to common grounds to come with him being able to be a part of her life. And sitting up in court, and I'm trying to make this judge understand like where I'm coming from and why my daughter needs to be with me. For one, I'm her mom, but they don't see it like that because they don't know you, they don't care about you. It's whatever they say. And now I'm having to pay for it just by the way that my daughter acts. You know, the different being in and out of different homes. She was not stable. You know, and there's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of jealousy in her heart. A lot of confused. She's confused. And it's like all of that could have been avoided if I just act like a mother and done my part by my child and understood that she was my obligation. It was to make sure that she was good and that her father was in her life, instead of me taking upon myself and having control and feeling like I can do what I wanted to do. It doesn't work like that. You know, I was operating in the flesh. I was operating in the spirit, and it was fleshly. Everything that I've done, was keeping them away was very fleshly. As a mother, we have some real mothers out here that their obligation is to the child. So regardless of how they feel about their father, whether they like him or not, they're going to make sure that they are doing their part with making sure that they meet him, or if he gets them every other weekend, they're going to make sure they do their part, because again, the obligation is to that child. I know sometimes as a mother, she's going to keep him abreast with what's going on. If the child is in school and he or she has awards day, or he or she's starting kindergarten, or he or she, whatever that child is doing, that father is abreast with everything. Why? Because her obligation is to that child. And as the mother, she's going to do her part. That's what real mothers do. That's their mindset. That's what they think. They thinking further down the road. They're thinking like, yo, this is for the benefit of my child. No, it didn't work out. No, I'm hurt. Yes, I'm hurt. Yes, I'm mad that this is like it is. But this is what it is. I got to accept it, and I'm going to do my part for my child. And that's the difference between, a real mother and a baby mom. A baby mom is still in her feelings. She's still mad, and she still got feelings for that person. If you didn't have feelings for the father, then you're not going to keep that child away. And I think that anytime you keep the child away, it's because you showing them that you still got feelings for them. And they're really the ones that's winning, because a lot of men, they don't care if they don't see their kid. Oh well, and it's not saying that that's right, but it's true. They don't care like that. Only person mad is you. You the one still mad, and he moving on with life. He probably gonna start another whole family, and got his being able to be a father to somebody else's child, or being a father to their new kid, because you sitting up there mad and won't let him or be a part of that child, and it's that child that's missing out on everything, and it's that child not realizing or knowing who they are. And it's your fault. As a baby mama, is your fault. You need to go past that, get past that. Study Galatians 5. That's what I had to read, because I didn't want the fleshly spirits of anger, bitterness, hatred, just all types of bad stuff. I wanted the spirit of joy and peace and a sound mind. And when you operating in a sound mind and you operating under the will of God, you're going to do your part by that child. You're not going to do it in malice. You're not going to do it in hatred. You're going to do it because your honor and your glory is to God first, and the blessings that He given you was that child, and you want the best for your child. So you're like, regardless of what, I want him to be a part of my child's life for down the road, and holding on to that stuff, you get all types of cancer, you get all types of sicknesses, all types of everything wrong when you hold on to that, and then your baby sitting over there mad and confused and don't want to be around men, scared of men, it's like, it's deeper than you. It's deeper than me. It's deeper than that. And I had to go through court after child protective services coming into my house. I had to go through all of that in order to realize that, you know what, it's time for me to let this stuff go and do what I'm supposed to do as a mom and allow my children to be a part of their father's life, regardless of how I felt. It wasn't easy, but it beats going to court constantly. I stayed in court. I think I went to court maybe consistent 3 years. Spent a whole lot of unnecessary money when all we had to do was have that conversation. I don't like you, you don't like me, but we have a child together, and I need you to be a part of that child's life, regardless of what. Get out your feelings, and we gotta do what's best for the child. You know, I know even with my husband, he deals with it, and he tries his best to just say, I'm just over it. I'm done. I'm like, no. We gotta pray, and we gotta ask God to move on this behalf and allow Him to get the glory out of this situation. Yes, it's hurtful. Yes, we would like to have her a part of our life and doing the things that we do with the children, but you can't move a person. You can't change a person. You have to pray for that person and wish them well. And as God began to do the work, and as you give God the glory, and as you give God the honor, and as you lay before Him and you pray and you tell Him what you desire, He will do that. He will move on your behalf. You don't have to be bitter anymore. You don't have to be mad. You could just be that mother that cares more about your child than you do about the relationship that's now over, or the relationship that is bad. It's now over because at once upon a time you like that person, so you know that he's good people, or you know that, so you know he's not going to hurt your child. So you got to get past that, or even if he's in a relationship, you know that other woman is not going to hurt your child. You can't keep using that as no, I want my child to go around because that person is going to beat my child. I remember I went through that. I'm like, dude, I got like 6 kids over here. I'm not gonna hurt nobody's kids. You know, that's not my calling. God didn't call me to that ministry. Like, I'm not gonna fight no child. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, that's crazy to jump on a kid because for what? Like, we gotta rise above. We gotta stay woke and think above that and just say, you know what, God, I'm gonna trust you. That when my child goes away, because I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do, because not only did you bless me with that child, but you blessed him with that same child. Regardless if we don't like each other, I need you, God, to show up and to cover my child, to cover my son, or to cover my daughter. Every time my children go out, I pray, and we pray together, and I'm like, God, I need you to protect my children as they're gone. Keep them away from anything that is not like you, anything that exalts itself against your word. God, keep them away. You know, I need you to keep their minds sane. Don't nothing tempt their mind at all. And that's what I pray, and I constantly pray, because it wasn't easy at first. Now, I'm telling you, we have been through some stuff, but all of that is for another video. We have been through some stuff, but I just encourage you guys, to the bitter ones, I encourage you to let that bitterness go and to shine bright and to do your part, and make sure, and just let yourself like, okay, God, this is the obligation for my child, and I'm going to make sure that my child is good regardless, and I'm going to trust you as I trust him having my child. And that's it. And the real mothers, keep doing what y'all doing. God is going to continue to bless you. Keep letting him or she go, whether you want to or not. Keep doing your part as your mother. As a mother, I'm telling you, in the long run, it will bless you great. And thank you guys for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe and share if you have not. Have a great week.